I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme.
Nithyanandam Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasatrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadguruntam Namami. Nithyanandam, everybody. We welcome each and every one of you for today's Maheshwara Puja. A few security measures before we enter into the session. Photography, video and audio recording of any kind is strictly prohibited. Please be on mute and be on camera. And if you need to step out due to some unavoidable situation, please inform the digital security officer. A few important cautions. So what is that we're going to be learning today from this session? We're going to be finding out and learning what happens to our soul after death, and what is the way, how do we choose our next body? What happens to the soul in case of natural death versus accident versus suicide? And if someone commits suicide, does it affect the next generations? And how does Maheshwara Puja help the journey of a departed soul? So these are some of the various things that we are going to be looking at in this segment today as we prepare ourselves to receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for the Maheshwara Puja. So what is Maheshwara Puja? Maheshwara Puja literally is the most ancient offering that is recorded in the Vedic tradition. This is the offering of food to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and along with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you'll be feeding all his monastic orders, all his monastic disciples. Offering of food to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is equal to feeding millions of hungry people. This is offered to liberate the departed souls and to let them rest in peace, gifting enlightenment to their very souls. Offering of food to the avatar is equal to offering it to millions of people. An offering of food on the day of Maheshwara Puja will result in multifold benefits. Offering of Maheshwara Puja removes the Pitru dosha and receive multifold benefits for the loved ones or ancestors. In our Vedic tradition, food has always been considered as one of the most powerful and one of the most important things in each and every one of our life, where anything, whether it is offering of love, whether it is offering of gratitude, all of these have been associated with food. When you offer the food, the pinda, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you will see that not only the completion and healing happens, but you receive a completion that is something way higher, not just with the people in this life, but you also get an opportunity to actually offer your completion and receive completion with all the departed souls themselves. So offering of this Maheshwara Puja helps you remove the Pitru doshas, which are the doshas that come to you when, for example, you wanted to offer something or you wanted to do something for your ancestors, but then that was left incomplete. And that stays on as a hangover as Pitru dosha. Many of us would have had these Pitru doshas, and those might have been causing an action or an impact in each and every one of our lives. By offering the Maheshwara Puja, you will see that the Pitru doshas are removed, and not only you will receive the benefits, even the departed souls receive the benefit. In Hinduism, every year in the Hindu family, the Shraddha is offered in the Mahalaya Pitru Paksha as a tradition to complete with the ancestors. And this auspicious Maheshwara Puja may be performed on the 20th of September, which is the Pitru Paksha Paurnami, or on 6th of October, which is the Mahalaya Paksha Amavasya. So these are the two ideal days, the time when even the cosmos, the planets, the stars, the constellations, all of them sit in place to radiate and to intensify the energy to experience. And it's literally like the portal to experience, to reach the departed souls opens up. And whenever the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism offers during the other Amavasyas and the Purnimas, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also connects that very channel and reaches to the soul. It has been described in the Hindu scriptures that the person should worship his ancestors as a powerful technique for completion in one's life. Shraddha and Tarpanam rituals are performed to please the ancestors and to bring them blessings. In Hinduism, Pitrus, who are ancestors, are described as God themselves. So whenever you offer your worship to your ancestors, naturally that brings tremendous completion in your life. Offering of the pinda, which is the food, into the stomach of the living incarnation of Paramashiva is the best offering of pinda tarpana and shraddha to remove the pitru dosha. The Soma Sambha Paddhati which is revealed by Paramashiva, it says very clearly, it is 1,000 times greater than any Shraddha and any Pinda in any river, any water body, any lake, any holy land, any holy place. Once you offer the Maheshwara Puja, after that you may not even need to do the Shraddha. So here the Somasambha Paddhati very clearly describes how important it is to offer the Maheshwara Puja to the stomach of the living incarnation. Because even once if you offer, you're getting rid of everything that is there. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism takes care of it. It becomes his responsibility to liberate the departed souls of the suffering or to any incompletion that they're going through, and also to depart all the sufferings from each and every one of us. Regardless of the number of births the soul would have taken, regardless of the soul, while the embodied having been initiated by the master or not in his lifetime, the master can intervene and make his presence available in the departed soul's life and lead it to enlightenment. And this is only possible through the Maheshwara Puja. We need to understand this is like a very powerful opportunity that each of us get. Many of us have this desire that, yes, I want to do the best and I want to give whatever I could have, could have done to my ancestors when they were alive. But here you also have an opportunity, even though they have passed away for whatever reason, and you still want to contribute to them. The only way that is given is the Maheshwara Puja, because even after they have passed away, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism can still intervene in their life, can still make his presence available in their life, in the departed soul's life, and lead that soul towards enlightenment. And this is a very, very unique contribution from the Vedagamic civilization. Not just the people who are living, but even the departed souls are able to move towards the path of enlightenment. The incarnations can intervene and lead them to enlightenment. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam says, the best place on the planet Earth to give Pinda Tarpana is the stomach of a sannyasi. That is, the hunger fire, the Jataragni of a sannyasi, is the best fire into which you can offer the Pinda Tarpana and the Shraddha, which reaches the departed souls, the departed ancestors, the Pitrus directly. In the Maheshwara Puja, you offer to the avatar along with all his monastic disciples. Here we're looking at the Somasambha Paddhati, the verse 3, which describes about this. Lingino Brahmanadyascha Shraddiyaha Shivadikshitaha. The translation goes as, the sannyasis and the brahmanas who have been initiated into Shivadiksha are eligible to be appointed as the representative of the Pitrus during the Shraddha. So if you're looking at this, it says very clearly the initiated disciples and the brahmanas. And here the brahmanas is not just by the birth, but those who have received the initiation and those who have committed their life towards the higher purpose. And all the monastic disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as the representative of himself or as the representative of Paramashiva, receive the Shraddha and receive the Pinda Tarpana during the Maheshwara Puja. So it is a very unique and a very powerful opportunity that each and every one of us get. If you have any questions related to the Maheshwara Puja, you can always feel free to post your questions and comments in our social media platforms, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook. We shall take the opportunity to share more and more answers, more and more revelations about the Maheshwara Puja with every one of you. Let us now come back together after a short break. If you have any questions, once again, you can post your questions on our social media.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness.
Video where we have a glimpse into what is the Maheshwara Puja.
पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। अथ पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्। अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः। अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा। अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन छित्त्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः। तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी। निर्मानमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैः गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्। न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम। ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः। मनःषट्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति। शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात्। क्षोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते। उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः। यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतागतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं। यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्। गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्।
Yes, we saw a beautiful video on the Maheshwara Puja describing what exactly it was. And we also listened to the 15th verse of the Bhagavad Gita that describes the journey of a departed soul after the soul leaves the body. So let us now look at the further understandings about the Maheshwara Puja. Maheshwara Puja is to help the departed soul rest in peace. This is the offering of food to the master along with his monastic disciples. Offering of the Maheshwara Puja is one of the most ancient recorded ritual in the Vedagamic tradition. And this is offered to help the departed soul rest in peace and to gift the departed soul enlightenment. So this is a recap of what we just listened. The Maheshwara Puja is a very, very important process for the completion with departed soul. In the Maheshwara Puja, Swamiji and his sannyasis become an empty space, the bridge for the Shraddha, the Pinda, the offerings, oblations to reach the Pitrus, the elders, or any departed soul. So here, it is very, very highly recommended that each and every one of us at least offer the Maheshwara Puja once in our lifetime, because it is whatever amount of completion that we do, whatever amount of spiritual practices that we do, the last bit is always going to stay back with the departed souls. And you, as such, we as such, as an individual, cannot do anything to bring completion with those who have departed. The only way to bring completion with those who have departed is through the Maheshwara Puja. Because whatever impact that the departed souls have in us still continues to exist even after they pass away. So the only way to achieve complete completion is through the Maheshwara Puja. So the main reason for you to do, one of the main reasons is for you to experience completion. Secondly, by offering the Maheshwara Puja, not only you are benefited, but the departed soul gets an opportunity to move towards the path of enlightenment. And this is not just restricted to any human beings, only human beings, no. But this is something that you can offer to all the beings. It can be your animals, it can be your pets, it can be anything. To whoever you have had as part of your life, and whoever has passed away, the Maheshwara Puja can be offered to all of them, and it will bring completion, bestow completion to you as well as to that departed soul. The tradition says Brahma Kapala in Badri, Kalabhairava's body in Varanasi, and Vishnu's Paduka in Gaya. To any one of them, you can offer the pinda, which is a cooked rice balls, and it will reach the elders, it will reach the ancestors. And the same tradition also says an avatar's body is equal to all three: Brahma's Kapala, Kalabhairava's body, and Vishnu's feet. In this time where we do not actually know how many places they are doing the authentic rituals and what are the backgrounds from which they're doing, and we don't even know if whatever you're offering is actually reaching the Pitrus or our ancestors. But here you can be rest assured that Swamiji becomes a pure channel and reflects that ancestor who has passed away through him, connects and becomes a bridge. And you can be rest assured that the completion with that particular soul is like completely bestowed. There's no doubt in that. An incarnation is the space of eternal completion, whether it is physically, mentally, spiritually, is in a space of eternal completion. So when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism accepts or receives a Maheshwara Puja given by you, for those moments, he is the direct representative of the departed souls. He is completing the incompletions that you have with the departed soul and the incompletions that the departed souls have had with you. So Swamiji becomes a pure channel so that you can reach, you can reflect the ancestors who have passed away and bring completion in your life. In the completion process with others, when you want to complete with someone who is dead, normally you invoke them in the mirror or in the other person and complete. But it is all from your effort. And we all know to what level we can do. But during the Maheshwara Puja, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself sits with you and helps you complete with the departed souls. So take this time to go over and register yourself for the Maheshwara Puja. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sits with you, completing not just the emotional, verbal commitments which are not fulfilled, anything that you have not offered to them when they were alive, if you treated them in a wrong way, or you didn't give food or medicines, or you didn't take care of them properly, anything that you feel incomplete about. During the Maheshwara Puja, Swamiji sits with you and he brings completion to you and to the departed soul as well. So any incompletion that exists is completely broken, and there is a beautiful completion that is bestowed upon you and the departed soul. Let us now come back together after a short break, where we are going to be learning some of the benefits from the scriptures that describe about the Maheshwara Puja, and we're also going to be looking at how we can offer the Maheshwara Puja. Let us come back together after a short break.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important act. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness.
Nithyanam, everybody, welcome back. Here we're looking at a beautiful pramana that describes about the Maheshwara Puja. Shrischa Lakshmischa Pushtischa Kirtinchandrinyatam Brahmanyam Bahuputratam Shraddha Mede Pragnatu Jataveda Sandadatu Swaha. May God grant me royal prosperity, the bliss of freedom, health, noble repute, capacity to pay off the debts to gods, departed souls, and sages. May He bless me with the experience of being the favorite inheritor of the cosmos. May He bless me with sons, faithful and intelligent, as well as grandsons. So here you can see very clearly the verse that describes about bestowing completion with the departed souls and paying off whatever debts that we have towards the departed souls. Each human being, we all have a duty to complete with first the Pitrus, second the elders, the third family deity, fourth family guru, fifth parents who are alive, sixth nature who is around us, and ultimately seventh who is your guru himself. All of you are expected to bring completion with all of them, starting with your ancestors. So these seven are like the key and the most important people in your life with whom each and every one of us have to bring completion to experience the complete completion in each and every one of our life. And as a first step towards that, the Maheshwara Puja directly helps you to bring completion with the ancestors, the Pitrus. If somebody has left the body and you have some incompletion with them. For example, you have a feeling that you did not give them food properly, but you took over their property after they died, or you not take care of them when they were alive, but you have inherited huge wealth after they left. So if you have like these kind of incompletions or any other incompletions that are there, Swamiji himself sits and liberates you from these incompletions by accepting the food offering in the form of food. Many of us share that the ancestors who have passed away have come in my dreams, they have asked for things, or they've come in my dreams and they have shown so much of suffering that they're going through. All of these can be completely completed when you offer the Maheshwara Puja. Any hangover, any residue that is still left, which is not bringing completion between you and the ancestors, can be brought to completion by offering the Maheshwara Puja. So any kind of incompletion that you have with the departed souls, it can even be the other way around, where when you are alive, for example, I have spoken to people where when the parents would have been alive or when the grandparents would have been alive, they have a lot of fight and quarrel and a lot of misunderstanding between each other. But for whatever reason, they were not able to get along. But looking back at them now, they still feel that no, I should have done something. I should have contributed to the life. I should have been better. So those kind of things also are completed by offering the Maheshwara Puja, where even if you held anger, even if you held incompletions, even if you held powerlessness towards the ancestors, Maheshwara Puja helps you bring completion, complete completion, because Swamiji himself is sitting and he's becoming the channel, he's becoming the bridge for that completion to happen by accepting our food. Actually, since the soul has already left the body, the food does not reach the soul, but the soul will be liberated from the incompletion that it carries with you. Food itself does not reach, but the completion reaches the soul. Because when Swamiji accepts the food becomes an offering towards the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and that gets converted as the completion when it reaches the soul. So the soul which has left the body will become completely complete, and it will be able to move on to its further journey in the life. Similarly, you will also experience a complete completion in your life. You'll be relieved from the incompletions that you carry and you feel complete. And that being who has left the departed soul will also be relieved of the incompletion it carries because of your incompletions. Many of us feel that, okay, I have incompletions with respect to me. But no, even after you leave the body, you will be holding on to the incompletions that you had with people when you're using this body. So it is only through the Maheshwara Puja that the complete completion can be bestowed, because till the last moment, there is always friction that is generated, always incompletions and powerlessness that is generated. The only way to overcome all of that, even in the next birth, is through the Maheshwara Puja. It is like the departed soul would have already taken the next birth. When you offer the Maheshwara Puja, suddenly for no reason, he feels relieved from his karmas and he starts progressing in his journey wherever he needs to progress. So this is how it will reflect, even if the other person, the departed soul, has taken another body. This is what will be happening, where suddenly he will see a change in his life, where for no reason things start changing, things start becoming better in his life, and he starts moving towards his purpose of life. So you can gift this wonderful opportunity to your Pitrus, to your ancestors, and bring completion to them. The registration link is being projected for all of us. It is tinyurl.com/Maheshwara Puja 2022. You can head over to that and register yourself for the Maheshwara Puja. Once again, if you have any questions or doubts with respect to the Maheshwara Puja, the offering or how to offer, or if you have any doubts about what are the benefits of the Maheshwara Puja, you can always reach out to us. You can post your questions and comments on the YouTube channel or our other social media platforms. We shall take the time and opportunity to share with every one of you what are the various benefits. It is like completing the completions at both ends. It's like blessing of an incarnation when he sits and accepts the Maheshwara Puja. At the same time, it is like when you sit and do the Shraddha and the Pindadarpanam on your own, the responsibility lies with you. But when Swamiji receives it, when Swamiji receives the Maheshwara Puja, the responsibility of completing you and completing that being who has departed is Swamiji's responsibility. And I'm pretty sure all of us have done completion. And when we try to sit and do, it is like picking on a mountain with a pin. But when Swamiji does it, it's like a dynamite that just explodes the mountains of incompletions that exist. So that is exactly how the experience you will feel. You can offer, you can do the Pindatarpanam, you can offer all of these, but you know where you are at. But when he does it for you, it's something completely on a different league together. So offer the Maheshwara Puja and receive the blessings for yourself and bring completion to yourself and to the departed soul. Many times a participant is asking, one of the volunteers are asking on the social media, they're asking, what about the departed souls with respect to the animals? And will they also receive the completion? Yes, they will also be receiving the completion. They will also be relieved from their karmas. Each animal, each pet, it can be a dog, it can be a cat, it can be a bird, it can be anything with whom you cherished and grew, especially if those animals or if those pets, they got a chance to be during the initiations from Swamiji, or they got an opportunity to sit during the satsangs or during the programs, then they are already initiated into these various higher level sciences. So when you offer the Maheshwara Puja, it directly opens up a portal for them to directly experience KAILASA and merge with Paramashiva himself. So not only that, it is going to help them take another body, which evolves them completely to a different level. As we know, the progression of life happens step by step by step. But by offering the Maheshwara Puja, that animal, that pet that you had which passed away, it'll have a quantum leap. Instead of taking a few hundred bodies to reach the human body, it'll just have a complete quantum leap where that animal might directly take the human body or even merge with Paramashiva, experiencing the oneness with Paramashiva himself. So offering the Maheshwara Puja even to animals and pets brings that completion towards that animal, and your incompletions or anything that you felt that you've not done towards that particular animal, it will bring completion to you and towards that. So offering of the Maheshwara Puja bestows completion in all walks of our life. Maheshwara Puja is a method to complete with you and the soul that has departed from your life. Once you offer the Maheshwara Puja, you may not need to do the Shraddha again. Once the Maheshwara Puja is done, you need to understand eternally the completion happens. You may not need to do the Shraddha. And of course, after that, it is your interest or it is up to you. You want to do the Shraddha going further. Yes, you can continue to do. But there is no reason or there is no commitment that you have to do the Maheshwara Puja, because Swamiji has taken care of the completion between you and the departed soul once and for all. So once again, register yourself for the Maheshwara Puja. You can head over to the tinyurl.com/Maheshwara Puja 2022, where you can offer the Maheshwara Puja. So let us now come back together after a short break. We're going to be moving on to the next segment where we're going to be learning what happens to the departed souls if they commit suicide or if they met with an accident. What happens and what is it that we can do to help them? Let us now come back together after a short break. Please stay tuned.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity.
I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the
Nithyanandam, everybody, welcome back. Let us now look at what happens if a person or if someone commits suicide. What happens to them, and can Maheshwara Puja help the soul which has committed suicide? First, let us understand about suicide. Suicide is the worst form of death. Once a soul commits suicide, it has to stay in the terrorized lounge till the natural death period happens. Offering of Maheshwara Puja to a soul will help the soul that has committed suicide, and it will help it relax. You need to understand, for example, if a being has to live for about 100 years, and if he or she took the choice to commit suicide, the only thing that can happen is at the age of 10, the rest 90 years, the soul has to continue to exist in a lounge, which is that's like the worst painful way where a being will exist, unable to take the next body, but stuck without a body. The only thing that you can do to help that soul is Maheshwara Puja. If you have any close friends or family members who have committed suicide, Maheshwara Puja will be of really great help to help the soul in its journey, because there is only that much that you can do towards helping that soul. Let us now look at some of the videos and revelations by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism about suicide.
If in a mass transport accident like plane, trains, ship, in some cases like 9/11, US attack, where all the people in there were destined to die, what happens to those souls who had still not finished their journey? They all hang till the regular time comes, understand? Whether it is murder or accident, till your time, the natural time is ending, you have to wait for next body. You have to wait for next body. Only one thing, if you are not consciously accepted, you will not have suffering. Please understand. For example, you come down to the planet Earth, this is creating a body to live 100 years. If somebody dies by suicide or murder, 60 years, they have to wait 40 years for the next body. If it is a suicide, that 40 years will be hell. Worst suffering, understand? Worst thing you can do is suicide. Never ever contemplate. Actually, it will be worse than the present situation. Suicide is not courageous. It is fear of escaping from life. Somebody asked a question, why these people commit suicide without bothering about near and dear ones? It's not courage, they commit suicide now. You ask from where they get the courage. It's not courage, it's actually cowardness. They are afraid of life, so they escape. They want to change. They don't know anything else, so they take suicide. I tell you, suicide will be the worst thing. your consciousness will suffer at least 100 times more. If you are murdered, if somebody is murdered, not suicide, even then they have to wait for the body that same time, but there won't be suffering. They will be in a peaceful way. They will be just put inside, maybe you can say, anesthesia. They will just put in castle body. They will put to rest. So never ever contemplate about suicide. That is the worst thing. And just imagine, such a wonderful food is in front of you. Neither you have tongue to eat, nor you have hand to pick it up and put it in the mouth. How you will suffer? Same way, person who committed suicide, the whole world will be in front of him, but he can't enjoy, he can't live it. That is why he suffers so much without any body. He just goes around and sees, is there an empty body? If you live without fully aware of your whole body, naturally what you will think? After all, half of the body is empty, you live in one corner, I will live in another corner. And they catch your body. That is how the possessing happens. If you are completely aware of your whole boundary, live with the full consciousness, you will never be possessed. You will not be caught. Otherwise, here the mala. I have already made agreement. They should not touch whoever is wearing mala. Please understand. I can say this is one of the important secrets. Ghosts are actually lower level, low energy jivas than you. You have 7 layers. They have only 4 layers. They do not have the first 3 layers. Physical, prana and mana. Physical body, mental body, pranic body. They don't have the 3 layers. So actually, they are only 70% of your energy. Only they need to be afraid of you. You don't need to be afraid of them. But the problem is, your fear empowers them. The moment they see that you are afraid of them, they just take you for granted and try to possess. So if you are not bothered, if you don't have fear, then nothing can be done by them. They cannot possess or they cannot do anything to you.
So we saw a beautiful video where Swamiji revealed about how the Maheshwara Puja is going to be helping and how the suicide is the one of the worst forms of death, because when somebody commits suicide, that is the worst thing that they could ever do. They never escape from anything, but they are actually entering into a hell that is going to put them into more and more torture. Let us look at another video where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals about suicide.
I tell you, never contemplate suicide. That is the worst thing you can do in your life. Because the body is the gift from the divine. If you destroy it ahead of its natural time, for example, if you are supposed to live in this body for 100 years, if you destroy it 30 years, the remaining 70 years you will be sitting without body. It will be like you will have beautiful food in front of you, but no tongue to taste it. You will have the beautiful things in front of you, but no eyes to see it. So that will be the worst torture. Understand? That will be the worst torture. I have spoken to many people. Invariably, 100%, all the fellows who committed suicide are saying, by suicide they only got into bigger trouble, bigger mess. Never ever contemplate on suicide. That's the last thing you need to think. Last thing you need to contemplate. No, even last thing you should not contemplate it. I have spoken to many people who have committed suicide successfully. Not that attempted suicide and came here. Many people come here. I attempted suicide 3 times, Swamiji. I said, even in that you are a failure. I am not even talking about that group. I am saying I have spoken to many people who have successfully committed suicide, means ghosts. I asked them, fool, why did you commit suicide? I thought I'll escape from my problem. Have you escaped?
We listen about how it becomes a very painful death, committing suicide. Let us now look at another video where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals about the pain of committing suicide.
இப்போ இதுவரைக்கும் இந்த 4 நாட்களாக நடந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில என்னென்ன சந்தேகம் இருந்தாலும் கேட்கலாம். உங்க வாழ்க்கையில இருக்கிற கேள்வி ஆனா எல்லாருக்குமே உபயோகமாகும் அப்படின்ற கேள்வியெல்லாம் இங்கேயும் கேட்கலாம். நீங்க சொல்லுங்க.
7 இந்த சரீரத்துல மரணத்தை, இயற்கை மரணத்தை பார்த்ததா சொன்னீங்க. அதுல இப்படிலாம் கஷ்டப்பட்டு தான் ஜீவன் வெளியில போகுது. அதுல எனக்கு முதல் சந்தேகம் என்னன்னா, சூசைடும் ஆக்சிடென்ட்டும் கூட அப்படிதான் போகுமா?
ஆக்சுவலாங்க சூசைடு இதை விட ரொம்ப கொடுமையா இருக்கும். சூசைடு அந்த ஜீவன் இந்த 7 நிலையிலிருந்து ஒரு நிலையா சுருங்கி சுருங்கி வரும். அந்த சுருங்கி இப்போ சாதாரண மரணத்துல முதல் சரீரத்தை விட்டு 2வது சரீரத்துக்கு சுருங்கிடுச்சுன்னா முதல் சரீரத்துல பெயின் இருக்காது, கோமாக்கு போயிடும், அவ்வளவுதான். ஆனா சூசைட்ல 5வது சரீரம் தாண்டி வர வரைக்கும் பிசிக்கல் பாடியில பெயின் இருக்கும். ஏன்னா தன்னுடைய சுய விருப்பத்தினாலே உடம்பை அழித்து கொண்டதுனால. அது ஒண்ணு. 2வது, இப்ப சூசைட் பண்ணிக்கிறவங்களுக்கு அவங்க இயற்கையான மரணம் 80 வயசுன்னா 40 வயசுல சூசைட் பண்ணிக்கிறாங்க. அவங்களதான் பேய் பிசாசுகள் நாம சொல்றோம். ஆனா அந்த பேய் பிசாசுகள் உங்களை தாக்க முடியாது. காரணம் என்னன்னா, நம்மளுக்கு 7 உடம்பு இருக்கு, அவங்களுக்கு 2 உடம்பு தான் இருக்கு. அவங்க உங்களை பாதிக்க முடியாது. ஆக்சுவலா பல பேர் எங்கிட்ட கேட்கறது உண்டு, பேய் பிசாசுகள் உண்டான்னு. உண்டு, ஆனா அவர்களால் உங்களை பாதிக்க முடியாது. உங்களை தாக்குகிற அளவுக்கு அவர்களுக்கு சக்தி கிடையாது. இது ஒண்ணு. அடுத்து இந்த விபத்து. இந்த விபத்தில் இறப்பவர்கள் அவங்க சொந்த சுய விருப்பத்தினால சாகாததுனால அவங்களுக்கு மட்டும் இந்த ஒரு பீஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கிற லவுஞ்ச் கொடுப்பாங்க. அதாவது அவங்களுக்கு 80 வயசு ஆனா 40 வயசுல விபத்துல இறந்து போயிட்டாங்க. அந்த மீதி 40 வயசுக்கு அங்க இங்க அலையாமல் ஒரு இடமா இருக்கிற அந்த பித்ருலோகத்துல இடம் உண்டு. ஆனால் இந்த சூசைட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டவங்களுக்கு பித்ருலோகத்திலையும் இடம் கிடையாது. அந்த 40 ஆண்டுகள் மீதி மிச்சம் ஆண்டுகள் 40ஓ அது எத்தனையோ 20ஓ 30ஓ அதை அலைந்து திரிய வேண்டி இருக்கும். அவைகளைத்தான் பேய்கள்னு சொல்றோம். பேய்களால மேக்சிமம் என்ன பண்ண முடியும்னா, அந்த வீட்டுக்குள்ள நீங்க இருந்தீங்கன்னா யாரோ ஒருத்தர் இருக்கிற மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு அந்த பிரசன்ஸை காட்ட முடியும். அந்த அளவுக்கு தான் பண்ண முடியுமே தவிர எக்காரணம் கொண்டும் உங்கள் உடம்பிற்குள் எந்த தாக்கத்தையும் ஏற்படுத்த முடியாது.
Present to multiple various different sharings and revelations by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed how committing suicide is going to be the worst form of torture and the worst form of pain that a being can inflict into himself or herself. So if you need to bring completion to that particular departed soul, the only way that you can do is by offering the Maheshwara Puja. Because for whatever reason, whether they have been murdered or they have been they have committed suicide, it is them staying in that space, not having a body for the rest of their life when they had to live using the physical body. And especially if someone has committed suicide, do not miss this opportunity to offer the Maheshwara Puja. So head over to the registration link that is being projected for all of us. You can head over to Maheshwara Puja, tinyurl.com/Maheshwara Puja 2022 and register yourself for the Maheshwara Puja so that you can offer the Maheshwara Puja on behalf of the various souls who have left their life, and you can bring completion to each and every one of them. Let us now come back together after a short break to see further revelations from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on death and Maheshwara Puja. Please stay tuned.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Yes, I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness.
Nithyanam, everybody, welcome back. And here we've been looking about the Maheshwara Puja. And till now, we've been looking at what was Maheshwara Puja, how do we offer the Maheshwara Puja, and what are the various types of completions that we will be receiving by offering the Maheshwara Puja. And in the previous segment, we were looking at what happens to the souls when they commit suicide. And we listened to various revelations by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. In this segment, we are going to look at another revelation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism from the Akashic records. When people commit suicide, what happens to the soul? So we're going to look at the video when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed in the Akashic records. I request all the participants and viewers to please sit straight with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line and to listen to these revelations from the Akashic records by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
The next question is from Suresh Kandaraj, who's asking, what happens to the soul of the people who die in accident or get murdered? Is it similar to suicide?
In accidents, if the person is directly involved, saying yes to his own death, it will be treated as a suicide. Or if he is not directly involved, saying yes to that death, it is only the situation and things which are beyond his control are saying yes to his death, it will be considered as murder. During the suicide, the remaining part of the time he has to live without body will be with a deep guilt and pain. But if it is murder, he will neither carry the pain nor the guilt. He will be just given a space to rest without any suffering or the torture. He will be just waiting, only with the waiting mode, without any guilt or suffering. But if it is suicide, he will be waiting along with the deep guilt and pain and suffering. Usually, the ghost which disturbs the human beings, rishis, gandharvas, kinnara kimburudas, are the souls which has committed suicide, not murdered. The murdered ones will have tremendous sympathy and helping tendency towards the human beings and Kinnara, Kimburuda, Gandharva, Gandhara, Rishis. So the murdered ones can be of a friendly use for human beings, but the suicide ones, as they themselves will not be in restful awareness, will not be able to help, and anybody who connects with the suicided ones who have committed suicide will be in danger. The people who have committed suicide, those individual souls will only be playing cunning games to impart what they feel as a suffering and torture and pain towards others, as their deep frustration and anger towards everything in the life, and will not be of any use or help to human beings. So Mahadeva, Kalabhairava instructs all the mediums who are relating with the departed ones not to contact, relate, try to take any help with the souls which have committed suicide. But you can relate and try to receive the help and friendliness in any form, any way which you know available above said to the souls which are murdered.
The next question is from Dr. Sundareshan from Sri Lanka, who's asking, Dear Kalabhairava, Namah Shivaya, when does the death happen? Is it when the heart stops, or when the respiration stops, or when the brain death occurs as per our medical guidelines? How can a doctor help the soul which is leaving the body?
What you understand as clinical death has nothing to do with the death. When death happens, all these symptoms which you asked happens. Heart stops, brain stops, and all the other symptoms which you claim during the clinical death happens. Please understand, if all these things are happening one by one, when all of them happen, when the last symptom happens, that should be the moment of death as per the normal human understanding. Among these happenings of respiration stopping, heart stopping, brain stopping, which one happens last? That should be the moment of death. Even if one is still happening, then the death should not be declared. Still, the person should be considered as alive. But even after all these three happens, only if the reflection discontinues to get reflected on Anandagandha, the complete death happens. The possibility of returning to that same body becomes impossible. It gets stopped. Till that happens, the possibility of returning to the same reflection on the same body still exists. So, what you call as clinical death should be happening of all the three. Which one happens last? That moment should be considered as clinical death. Even if one of them are still functioning, the person should not be declared as dead. Even all the three happening is not complete possibility that the soul's reflection will not be happening on the body again. It is only the humanly impossible to make the soul again reflect on the same body. So human beings can declare that as death. Cosmically, only when the reflection of the Anandagandha stops happening on the individual body, he will be declared as dead, which will happen only after these three physical symptoms happen. Unless the three physical symptom happens, the fourth one of the stoppage of the reflection of the Anandagandha will not happen. Sometimes, even after these three, the heart stopping, respiration stopping, brain stopping, Anandagandha can continue to reflect on the body for days or sometime months, sometime ages, as in the case of Jiva Samadhi Siddhas, the Siddhas who are living in the body but stopped all the movements and the actions of the body voluntarily. But all practical purposes, for all human purposes, all human beings can be declared as dead only when all these three happens. Even if one is yet to happen, you should be waiting and should not declare the person as dead. Let the vibrations of Mahadeva, Kalabhairava, bless all the bodies exist here with his initiation and liberate every body exists here from death, and let all the bodies present here be freed from the death and be liberated from the death. The Kala Bhairava and his presence, let it radiate many things which cannot be translated as words, just as a pure vibration and living silence, the vibrant stillness.
Yes, we listened from the Akashic readings that was revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on death and suicide. And as Swamiji revealed, it is the decision of an individual soul that makes it whether it's a suicide or a murder. And either way, the soul has to hang on without having another body. So once again, I'd like to share with every one of you the Maheshwara Puja is an opportunity where you can offer your gratitude to Swamiji, and at the same time, you're also receiving the completion with your ancestors, where Swamiji becomes the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and all his monastic disciples become a pure channel reflecting the ancestors who have departed from their body, being a channel for the pure completion to be reflected. And by doing the Maheshwara Puja, you actually bring completion to the departed souls and to yourself as well. And especially if a soul has committed suicide, that soul is going to be stuck in the lounge that is just there, where the suffering is going to be felt till the rest of the life which you were supposed to live continues to be there. So, offer the Maheshwara Puja. The link for the Maheshwara Puja is being projected for all of us. It's tinyurl.com/. Maheshwara Puja 2022. And if you have any doubts or questions with respect to offering the Maheshwara Puja or with respect to any of the things that we have been looking at in the last segments, you can put your question on our social media platforms and we shall take the opportunity to answer these questions for you. Let us now come back together after a short break. We request all the participants and viewers from around the world to stay tuned.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment.
Nithyanam, everybody, welcome back. Let us now look at how we can offer the Maheshwara Puja. You can head over to tinyurl.com/Maheshwara Puja 2022. And for all those participants who are logging in now, we have been looking at the Maheshwara Puja, what are the benefits of Maheshwara Puja, and how we can offer the Maheshwara Puja. So head over to tinyurl.com/Maheshwara Puja 2022 and register yourself for the Maheshwara Puja. No matter how many births the person would have taken after leaving the body, no matter if the person has met a master or not in that life, the avatar can intervene, make his presence available in the departed soul's life, and lead it to enlightenment. So, what are the requirements that will be needed to offer the Maheshwara Puja? You'll be needed to get the picture of the dead person or the astrological chart of the dead person, such as the time, the date of birth, the place of birth. And very importantly, do not give the pictures of people who are still alive. And do not give group photos where some people are alive and some are dead. Please note, the Maheshwara Puja cannot be done in advance. It is a very, very powerful offering. It is a very, very powerful ritual that is offered, and it can only be offered to the departed souls. So you need to give only the photographs of the departed person or an animal or your pet. It can be anything. So the first step, if you want to show your intention towards offering the Maheshwara Puja, you can head over to tinyurl.com/sevas2022. And in this, you can go and submit your intention that you would like to experience and that you would like to offer the Maheshwara Puja. If you have any obstacles for offering the Maheshwara Puja, you can put down your obstacles, whatever is the obstacle that you're facing to offer the Maheshwara Puja. And these intentions will be blessed directly by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to be made into a reality. So you can head over to tinyurl.com/sevas2022 and register yourself, submit your intentions for the Maheshwara Puja. The Maheshwara Puja itself is at $2008. The payment method will be sent to you once you fill the intention form above. You'll be receiving the details from which you can offer the Maheshwara Puja. So head over to tinyurl.com/sevas2022 and you can fill in your intention to offer the Maheshwara Puja. And you can also offer the Maheshwara Puja by offering the Dakshina starting from $1. For any amount, free amount Dakshina Maheshwara Puja, the payment gateway is available at tinyurl.com/Maheshwara Puja 2022. So these are the two methods through which you can offer the Maheshwara Puja. The first method, where you exclusively get an opportunity to send the photographs of the departed souls and to specifically get the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to bestow completion in your life and in the departed soul's life to whom you're offering this Maheshwara Puja. And that is at $2008. To offer that, you can head over to tinyurl.com/sevas2022. And to offer the Maheshwara Puja as a Guru Dakshina, where you can offer any amount starting from $1, head over to tinyurl.com/Maheshwara Puja 2022. These two are the two different methodologies through which you can offer the Maheshwara Puja. And once you make the payment for the Maheshwara Puja, you can enter your payment details in tiny.cc/PSM2 Sevas. And the step 3 would be uploading the photographs of the departed souls. You can head over to tiny.cc/mpuja-photos. All these will also be guided to you once you make the payment or once you register yourself to offer the Maheshwara Puja. So either way, you can offer the Maheshwara Puja by heading over to the link that is being projected to all of us on the screen. I request each and every one of you to take this time to go over and take this opportunity to offer the Maheshwara Puja. Let us now look at some of the cosmic truths about death that has been revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Insects are necessary, and now I heard after every year you need to update the update the pesticides, because now insects are getting habituated to live with the pesticides. The same pesticide, if you use for next year, they start eating and start living happily with that. They are not dead. So you need to increase the dosage. Same way, in those days, just half an hour, 10 minutes meditation techniques are enough. The insects inside your beings are dead. But now you have become master of small doses. You see, you have mastered even Buddhas. Even Buddha could do nothing to you. Even those techniques could do nothing to you. Now I have to come up with the ultimate, ultimate weapons to destroy the insects in you. That is why we have to do such a intense work. So much of unnecessary toxins and mental structures are created in you because of this consumeristic society and the new modern day social standards. Because of this, so much has accumulated already. So naturally I have to do my work intensely. The cleansing process also becomes too complicated. That is the reason I have to do that so-called torturing for continuous 4 days. And one more thing, it is not that I make you sit and I go away and sleep. I also sit here with you. At least you can sleep once in a while when I give this course. I can't even do that. At least once in 10 minutes you can do this. I can't even do that much. So you are sure it is much big work for me than for you. Even then I am doing because it will tremendously help you. It will help you. If I just say, all right, it is already 6 o'clock in the evening, you can go and rest, all of you will be really happy. None of you are going to feel, oh, some techniques Swami has not done, one meditation we have not done. Because you do not even know how many techniques we are going to do. You do not even know what we are going to do. All of you know only 7 bodies we are going to work. You do not know how many techniques we are going to do. If I suddenly say, all right, it is 6 o'clock in the evening, let us go and sleep. Then what will you all think? Oh, Swami is really great. We are very happy. You do not even know. You will not even know what you have missed. But only from my side I know. That is the reason I am continuously working. So please put up with me. Please put up with me. And I can be sure, not only from my experience, thousands of people who experienced, it helps you. It helps you. And you know already you have had a glimpse. That is why you are here again. If you have not had a glimpse in ASP, will you be here again? Someday, in 3 days you would have had a glimpse. Either in the mental clarity, Nitya. Nitya is the clarity. Or Ananda, the bliss after that program. In some one layer you are helped. That is why you are here again. Am I right? Anybody who says I have not been helped in any of this way, you will not be here naturally. Naturally you are here because you are helped in some one layer. So now, again I am trying to work a little more deeply. That's the reason we need to put our whole effort. Even when you have the rest, when I let you go to the room and sleep, try to reduce the sleeping hours. Try to reduce just for these 4 days. When you go to your room, just try to sit and relax. Try to sit and chat with your roommates. Chat and tell some jokes and share something. And try to avoid sleeping. Try to avoid next person sleeping. Try to avoid you sleeping and try to avoid next person sleeping. Next person's sleeping. Naturally, everybody will awake. Alright, now we will enter into this physical body. Let me narrate how this is going to happen when you leave this physical body. That how the death happens when you leave the physical body. Actually, a different kind of heat starts rising in your body. Different kind of heat. It is not the temperature actually. Different kind of heat. Sort of an energy expression. I can say, before the light gets fused. You can see it just sparks and it comes to maximum peak. Only then it dies. Same way, your whole being comes to the peak. Your being comes to the peak before you leave the body. So your whole body is flooded with energy for that one moment. And immediately the tremendous pain rises with it. Please listen here carefully. because we are going to do the same thing now. We are going to do the same thing now. We are going to bring the same effort now and create a gap and insert this peacemaker. We are going to consciously do the same thing which will happen at the time of death. Please be very clear. What will happen at the time of death in your physical layer? The same thing we are going to do now. From the guts, from the Swadhisthana, the energy flow will start. For one moment, you will be flooded with energy. And next moment, the tremendous pain will start, as if every part is being pressed. Every pore is pressed. Tremendous pain will start. Then the being will start moving towards the upper body. Towards the upper body, the being will start moving. Whether through mouth, if you have lived only eating, naturally it leaves through the mouth. If you have lived only enjoying through eyes, then it moves through the eyes. If you have lived, actually generally it goes only through mouth or the eye. But because you don't use other senses too much. You use only the mouth and the eyes. If you used too much of sex, too much of if you used your whole life only for sex, too much of sex, then energy leaves through the apana, through the lower holes. So usually people leave only through the mouth and eyes. And when the energy is moved from the physical body, when it is moved out of the body, only then it enters into the pranic layer. Only then it enters into the pranic layer. About the pranic layer, when we work on the pranic layer, we will see.
Yes. So we saw a beautiful revelation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism about the revelations on death and how the body, the soul leaves the body during the death. And in whichever way that we have been focusing our energy on and how we have been prioritizing our entire lifestyle, accordingly, the body will be working the same way and your soul will leave through that direction. We're going to be looking at further cosmic secrets and truths about death after a short break. We request all the participants from around the world to stay tuned.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself.
Nithyanam, everybody, welcome back. So we have been looking about the Maheshwara Puja, how we can offer the Maheshwara Puja, what are the benefits of offering the Maheshwara Puja, the secrets of death, and what happens to a person, a departed soul, if he commits suicide or if he has been murdered, and how the Maheshwara Puja helps that soul in their life progress. Here we are going to look at another beautiful revelation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared about the Maheshwara Puja and liberating the souls through the Maheshwara Puja. Let us all listen to this beautiful revelation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Nithyananda.
Go ahead, ma.
Swamiji, I just wanted to share something. This is not a question. But I actually went to Badrinath to Brahmakapala to do the Shraddha, to do the Pinda Tarpana for my ancestors a few years ago. They told me I cannot do it because I'm a female and you have to be a male and you have to be the eldest son in the family. So they have a lot of restrictions. So it's not very easy to do those. And I think the Maheshwara Puja, it's just we sit right here and it just happens. We don't have to worry about. And nowadays the roads are not even accessible very easily to these places.
No, not only that. You see, listen. In that rituals, in the 13, anything related to the dana women can do, like a godana, budana, swaranadana, vastradana, annadana and all. Rituals, basically women are not allowed to do in the later days of Hinduism. The post-Shankara time, all rituals were banned for women. That is the reason this rule came. Okay. But originally in the Upanishads and Vedic period, there are records, women doing Shraddha and even last rites. There are tons and tons of records and enough of records. And even the Shraddha mantra, in Shraddha mantra, where the priest asks the person who is giving Shraddha to hold the rice and the til, he addresses male and female. Please understand, he addresses masculine and feminine. And there are at least few places we have enough references and enough of evidence where women were asked to give Shraddha and participate in the rituals. Now what you are saying that in Badri it is not happening is just the recent times, maybe last 600, 700 years, the male chauvinistic. That is the reason the Shraddha was stopped for women. You guys take this reference and go and do Shraddha in Badri and tell them, my Guru is Mahamandaleshwar, he has given this reference. You tell whether this sutra is right or wrong.
Yes, Swamiji.
Is this sutra original? Is this mantra original?
Yes.
If yes, it is original. Then allow me to do Shraddha. That's all.
Yes.
Swamiji, Pitru Doshat Kaga Pandra Puja, Maheshwara Puja is the same.
Yes, it's one and the same.
Swamiji, what if we don't have any photos or any birth time?
No, I cannot do Maheshwara Puja. You have to have either birth chart or the photo. Without that, I won't be able to offer.
Swamiji,
go ahead.
While in Kailash, with you, we paid the tarpana, what are the...
Then I think that's enough.
That's enough. Second is, when you say they will be relieved of all the, after the Maheshwara Puja, relieve of all the karmas. I thought it's only the incompletion.
Well, all your karmas are actually incompletion.
Even the past life?
Yes. Okay. Even the need for breathing is an incompletion.
No, but my question is this. In the present life, there are the incompletions, let's say. But the karma is also from the previous life with somebody else.
In the past life incompletions only, you bring it as a karma in the present life also.
With the same soul?
May not be same souls, but the carrier is the same soul. Na? See, For example, past life you would have had a fight with your husband. This life you may be having a fight with your wife. But the pattern is same in as far as the recording inside as a karma.
Right, but it's like my father. I might have incompletions which I took care of in Kailash.
That's all, that's enough.
Right, but his previous Jalma, what happens to that?
I say, when in the Kailash, when we gave Shraddha and all, whatever is other baggage he has, that also will melt down because we have given it in an elaborate way. Don't worry.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Swamiji, you said 13 days, within 13 days if you give do Shraddha, the soul which is born will get released of all the karmas. And suppose he has taken another birth, and within that 13 days if we do the Maheshwara Puja, he will, in another body he will get enlightened and leave the body as well, or?
No, he will leave the body and he will not have karma. He will not take another one body, which means enlightenment.
Okay, but that life he...
No, that body which he has taken itself will be dead.
Okay.
The child will be dead within maybe 4 or 5 days.
Even if it's a healthy baby, the moment you have done Maheshwar Puja...
So, the milk he drank, he will digest for 3-4 days and that's all.
How about the incompletion that the parents have towards the...
Each soul is an individual soul and their journey matters. They will have another one kid, that's all. The individual soul's journey is more important than any relationship related thing. That comes as first priority. Second only this.
Swami, ஒரு சின்ன சந்தேகங்க. What happens if the 13 days passes away?
If the 13 days is passed, I won't be able to liberate that child immediately. The further accumulation of the karma and the incompletions can be reduced. Life will be better without the influence of this load. That's all. But immediately the child cannot be liberated and all.
So if something happens, we have to do it within 13 days.
Soul will leave the body. It will not take one more birth. I'll cut the U-Haul service. Not only that, even if the road when I am traveling, if a dead body is being taken, that's all. Anything falls into my breathing space, even without knowledge, by accident, means when I am driving, there is an accident in the road and the body is still there, means over. That fellow is liberated.
Yes, we listen from Swamiji about how offering the Maheshwara Puja brings tremendous completion to every one of us. Let us now prepare to receive the darshan and to receive the Maheshwara Puja, to offer the Maheshwara Puja to the departed souls along with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line as we prepare ourselves to enter into the meditation to receive the live darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let us all sit straight with our head, neck and spine and chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.